Bucket of holes a hole, you
Hey,
know.
love is love. How dare you? Yeah.
The world has wrought this upon themselves. Mike, you son of a bitch.
What's up, buddy?
How are you feeling after Burbiz?
I feel terrible, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I want to thank everybody who came up to us at Burbiz and, support the show and all that stuff. But, man, your boy is still hungover. That first night, I went a day early before the festivities began, and I hung out with Dan from Combover and and Forrest from the Salty Soldier, and we got wrecked, like riggedy wrecked. And so the last thing I remember was Dan bought us a bottle of Dom Perignon for no reason, to flex on nobody.
Because he's a gentleman and a scholar.
Exactly, yeah, he's the best. And then I went into my room, and then in a blackout, I came to, and somebody was knocking at my door, and I was just in my underwear. I'm like, what the fuck? And so you know how you're so drunk or so tired, one eye's just glued shut.
Oh
and
yeah.
So I'm just in a dark room, feeling around, going, what the fuck's going on? And then I answer the door in my underwear with one eye open. And the guy's like, oh, your chicken fingers? And I was like, what? He was like, oh, you just called down and ordered chicken fingers? I was like, well, that sounds like me. So I ate the fuck out of those and passed out.
And what time was this again?
Oh, it was 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah, it was super early.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Hey.
Myself, your host, Dan Sharp, Marine Corps veteran. My co-host, Mike Sensi, active duty Navy.
Yeah, that's me.
A veteran of both many deployments, both real and fake.
Real and fake. I love that joke.
Never gets old.
That's right.
And our guest today is Samantha.
Hi.
Last name redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For your safety and hers.
Sam is pretty cool. Sam, Samantha, Sambalaya.
Absolutely not.
Not which one? You didn't specify.
The last one. It sounds like fucking jambalaya.
Yeah, exactly. Spicy and delicious.
Okay, I'll take that.
She works at the range up in one of the ranges, the range.
Yeah, the range. It's just a big old empty lot.
Yes.
Yeah, at up in the Beltway up in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's seen a lot of shit up there.
Absolutely.
You know who else has seen a lot of shit? The people at the drive-through that I used to go through in 29 Palms.
Oh, yeah, well, they've seen a lot of shit in general, I feel.
Yeah, speaking of your random chicken finger story, one of my favorite things to do was to get hammered drunk and then demand that AJ be my drunk driver as I was chasing sleuts.
Right.
After, completion with said sleuts, go to Jack in the Box or Del Taco and just make up ridiculous menu items and see if I can get away with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd get there and be like, welcome to Jack in the Box. Can I get the bucket of delicious and a large Coke? And they're like, sir, what? Mm-hmm. The bucket of delicious.
They give you drugs. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do this.
That is a fucking farce, all right? Dare led me to believe that people would just give drugs away for free. That is not the case.
Well, if you ordered the bucket of delicious, you deserve free drugs.
Yeah, EP Mike has got a gimp in his leg because he didn't pay his Coke dealer on time, okay? They don't just give you free drugs.
That's right.
All right? And so, they had the breakfast bowls, it'd be fucking sausage, egg, whatever else was in there. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, it was the bucket of delicious. I saw it on television, man. Come on. And they're like, sir, I don't think we have that. I'm like, look, it's got steak, it's got chicken, it's got carne asada. And the guy was like, damn, that does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I get it though?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I got you, fam.
Hell yeah.
And then AJ is like, let me get the number 5 carne asada taco. And they're like, sorry, sir, we actually used all the carne asada in his bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, God damn it, Dan.
If you could back your truck up, please. So we just delivered this bucket.
Yeah. Some of the other things that I ordered were the burrito of awesomeness. Oh, that was fancy.
It sounds like Tenacious D songs.
Yeah, that's about the time that Pick of Destiny came out.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, you see right through me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cut to the very core, Baxter.
As I am one to do.
I feel like people probably just rolled up to the drive-thru after you and they're like, sorry, we're out of absolutely fucking everything because this dude just fucking ran train on this restaurant.
Oh yeah, totally. And then I run up to their window and I'm like, but these hands are in stock.
Yeah, that's right.
Rated E for everybody.
They're free. Come get them if you want them.
Oh my God. I love hands jokes. They're literally my favorite things.
Quiero el manos.
That's right, yeah.
Oh
el manos de fuego. So, speaking of crazy shit,
Yeah.
what kind of crazy shit have you seen at the Sam range?
There's a ton of crazy shit at the Sam.
Oh,
What are you?
Damn, yeah.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the range first.
What are you legally able to talk about?
Oh my God. I see so many fucking idiots there, man. It's ridiculous how many people are just dumb when it comes to handling firearms.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you say this, are these guys who are, like, tactical, trying too hard, or are they just genuinely just, like, inexperienced?
Oh, we get the dudes that are full kit, come in with the fucking magazine pouches, just, like, hanging out, doing fucking draws on the range, and they're absolute ass. They come out and they're like, oh, man, you know, it's just so off today. And it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure you're like that every fucking day,
Exactly,
Chad. I need you to fucking chill. Don't ever come here again.
Chad needs to grow his Instagram following. Yeah, I get
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, walk in there like fucking like Lucas T-Rex arms, full kitted up.
Yeah, I was up speaking at the Bravo conference, and Dakota Meyer was there. He was the keynote speaker. Oh, humble brag, no big deal, you know.
NBD.
And so I was wearing a suit and tie, and I went over to Sam's range, and I rented the MP5. And I went there and I blew through like 2 boxes of ammo. And I got to say, like, shooting the MP5 full suit and tie, I felt pretty fucking cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I probably looked like a douchebag to everybody else there.
Exactly.
You looked really fucking cool.
Yeah. Because, like, I was doing, like, you know, like, you shoot, you run dry, like, observe, quick mag, you know, like, change. And, like, and it's unnecessary, but, you know, like, the body posture people have, like, on the range, like, the elbows and the T-Rex arms, you know, like, they tense their fucking shoulders, so they look more tactical, like, they're predatory. Yeah, I was doing all that. Like, I just watched Mike's Instagram feed and, like, learned.
Yeah, actually, I like to bob like a selected character when I'm shooting.
Fucking Mortal Kombat character.
You know, that's actually called warbling.
Yeah,
that's Marine Corps doctrine.
Where do you think I learned it from? I learned it from watching you, Dad.
AJ has an amazing combat warble.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know those things that they're like, they have like sand or water in the bottom, you can't like knock them over. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's got like the big nose and the ears, and they're like, you punch them as much as you want and it won't fall over. Have you ever punted one of those at the bottom and seen it kind of like fishtail and like slide? That's what his combat warble looks like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is fucking, it is offensive to the
AJ,
eyes.
where are you at? Show me your warble.
It is offensive to all sights and sounds and all of your senses. So much to the fact that I think he's only ever been shot once.
Right.
In like the 12 deployments that he's done.
He's been stabbed too. So.
Yeah.
It's a shit warble. You know what? I hate it already.
His shin kicked off a building.
Right, exactly. Yeah, AJ, you suck. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on around here?
Yeah, but that I think that would contribute to the fact that, you know, he has only been shot once and stabbed 3 times and kicked off a building and blown up. And wow, he really is bad at this.
Yeah, the stats don't lie.
But yeah, that's what he looks like, kind of like fishtailing, because he's tall. He's like 6'3".
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Ladies, get at your boy.
Exactly,
He's 6'3",
yeah.
like I said.
Good looking dude.
That's the only requirement.
It really is.
Yeah,
He's got to be over 6 feet tall.
And he breathes through his ears, from what I hear.
Oh my God, he's the perfect man.
Yeah, no joke. Like, he's the kind of dude that's so serious about cunnilingus that he puts on one of those right breathe strips on his nose.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a procedure.
If he had a rank in the sexual army, it'd be Colonel Angus.
Solid joke.
Solid joke.
So, what other crazy shit have you seen at your range?
Oh my goodness. We've got people that, in order to see if their fucking firearms are clear, are just staring down the barrel. People that fucking press the trigger and then they're like, weird, this gun did not go off.
Right.
Let me just take a second and fucking look at it.
It's giving me anxiety thinking about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's awful.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like standing in the observation deck and I'm like, no. Literally, my dialogue throughout the day while I'm working is, what the fuck? You fucking idiot. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't fucking do that. Like,
That's how I greet myself in the mirror every morning.
Exactly, yeah. When Dan's ordering food. What are you doing?
That's just my morning conversation
Right,
in the mirror.
exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
morning affirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of our listeners are either getting ready to go into the military, or maybe they don't get that much trigger time because of their branch or the job that they chose. What advice would you give to inexperienced shooters who are genuinely trying to get better?
Well, definitely don't look down the barrel to see if the fucking firearm is clear.
How are you supposed to know it's clear? Whatever, it's fine.
Also, I think that applies to any young ladies that Mike has in his room. Like, don't look down the barrel.
If you look at it,
don't
you're going to
do
have more
that.
questions than you're ready for.
Your eyes will burn.
And that's, I mean, at that point, that's your fault, not
Exactly,
his.
yeah.
Like, that's part of the waiver you signed.
No one asked
Like,
you to do it.
You will walk out of his house with an eye patch on.
100%.
Yes,
Have him hanging.
absolutely.
So what other advice do you have?
Just be confident. Know what you're doing. You know, brush up on.
Wait, the whole point is they don't know what they're doing.
No, but taking a safety course is super important. And,
Yeah.
That's
you know,
true.
most gun ranges offer them, obviously for a price, but you can never be too safe.
I can answer that question for monies.
Yeah.
Is what she's saying.
All the monies, yeah. Give me monies. I give you skills.
Yeah, so if anybody does have a question about firearm handling or range safety, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
At Samantha with 3 A's at the end. Hall. That's HALL.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a solid
Why
handle.
why the 3 A's?
You know, I don't really know.
Because like I hate when like you're swiping on Tinder and you see a girl and it's got her Instagram. You're like, okay, cool. Like she seems interesting and bangable, so I'm gonna go follow her on Instagram. And then it's just like Ashley with like 8 S's and like 47 X's and like underscore hyphen dash. I'm like, why you gotta be complicated?
Ashley,
Well, to
money
be-
signs.
Right. Well, to be fair, when you have a common name like that, it's tough to find a handle that fits. So you gotta plug.
My
all
name's
A's.
Daniel.
Yeah, and your handle's Pop Smoke Official.
Yeah, because I had to be creative, unlike most of the girls you find on Tinder.
Oh
Okay,
my
maybe
God,
I'm not
yeah.
fucking creative.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
Wait,
you're
is your
insulting
handle
our
on?
guest,
I said on Tinder. Okay.
I don't have a Tinder. I deleted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So while we got you here, one of Mike's favorite things to do is to ask our female guests what kind of weird DMs. Mike, would you like to ask that question?
Hey Sam, what's up with your DMs?
Oh, that was a great transition.
Yeah.
Solid
exactly.
setup. Solid setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dunked it home.
Oh my God. It's
Alley-oop.
a lot of photos that I won't open because I'm terrified that they're just giant fucking dicks.
100%. Or even worse, small dicks.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
fucking micro penises or
Ugh.
something. You know,
Or
like
even worse than that, unfunny memes.
Oh my God.
I get those, and I'm like, what do I say to this? Or I get, you know what I get a lot is, you're so exotic.
Wait, what was that? One more time? I don't think we caught that. What was it?
Yeah, one more time into the mic.
You're so exotic.
Is that what they sound like?
Yeah.
In her head, yeah.
I read it in like the mocking SpongeBob voice. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's, and people are like, where are you from? And I'm like, fucking here? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? They're like, no, like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm fucking white. What?
Yeah,
Like,
American.
Yeah. Well, white American.
last I checked, I was fucking white. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
what? Any other instances or weird messages that you got that come to mind?
I get a lot of dudes that are asking me if I want to make some money.
Oh, yes.
And then they're very like shady about it. They're like, it's just something small, something quick. And I'm like, this sounds like something I don't want to do. Small and quick. Those are two adjectives I really don't want to like pursue right here.
Okay. So let's game the game a little bit, and all three of us will play this, so that way it's not it's not particular to one of us. But if somebody legitimately wanted to, like, say, buy feet pics from you, what is your price, Sam?
Oh my God. See, people ask me this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So what
It's a
would
hot
be your
market.
price?
Hot
is.
market for feet.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know. That's so fucking weird. Probably like $100.
Oh, really? That's it?
Really?
Know your worth, girl. Come on.
Yeah.
Go up.
All right,
Oh my
now quick
God.
question. All right, so if somebody was like legitimately $90, would you take it?
Just for
For
one.
what? How
one-
many
one
feet
picture.
are my toes painted? What am I doing with my feet?
I mean, you're asking too many questions.
exactly, yeah,
like,
yeah.
feet perverts don't
Jeez.
care about. Until you get to
Fucking
like
hell.
quadruple digits for feet pics, they don't care about these things.
That's true, that's true.
All
For
right.
$90 for like 1 foot?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Now,
Damn.
real question.
Yeah.
Okay. Real question. What about 80?
For 1 foot.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're lowballing me now.
But legitimately, if it was like 80 or nothing, one snap, hit send.
1 foot,
Yeah.
does it disappear?
No.
No,
Just
they keep it forever.
It's a foot.
They're gonna hang it on the
Yeah.
fridge.
They can keep it. I'll take the $80.
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. She started having 100. I talked her down 20% without even
Exactly.
trying.
Actually,
I'm a hustler, baby.
For feet.
I had a dude message me the other day asking if he could buy a pair of my panties for $50.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Wait. Not everything's about you, Mike. How much would you sell your feet pic for?
No, so I've been offered $250 is the highest I saw for my underwear, but there were so many stipulations. Like I had to sweat into it. I had to send pictures of me working out in the underwear. I had to jizz into it, and it had to just be full of my DNA. So $250 was my highest, but I still said.
What about feet pics, you weirdo?
Oh, I'm just saying. Well,
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about underwear.
No, I'm
feet
good.
pics. I don't know, like a nickel. Like I don't give a fuck. It's my foot.
Yeah, like legitimately, like if
Yeah.
somebody wanted to buy feet pics from me, I'd be like $5.
Yeah, DoorDash a small pizza to my house. I'll
Yeah,
give you all
like-
the feet you want.
Legitimately, like that is
Yeah. We're very different people.
yeah.
like if I was flexible enough, I'd pull my foot up so the perverts can just get a free glance. You
Exactly,
know? Like,
right.
I like to give back to the people. You know, I donate blood. I'm an organ donor.
That's right.
I do events like Bourbons. I am a man of the people, okay? If you want pics, come get them.
That's right.
That is quality content that you're giving away for $5 fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And, honestly, and I think I would probably donate that to the Kids with Things charity.
Oh, God. All right.
Yes, take that. Yes. Okay.
Oh my
So,
God.
any other things you would like to talk about in your DMs before we move on?
No. I think I'm set on the DMs.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then back to the range.
Yeah.
One final thought. What do you have for people?
One final thought.
Yeah.
Come fucking shoot some guns.
God
Fuck
damn.
yeah.
Yeah, oof. I like that.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Just do your best to not blow your own face
Yeah,
off.
don't do
Agreed,
that. I don't
agreed.
want to clean up any brains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little squeamish.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, shameless plug into my own transition. I was at the National Museum of Medical Things in DC.
Is that what it's called?
No, it has a better name that I just can't remember.
Fair enough.
It was very, very small. And apparently, if you get fucked up enough in battle, the VA can put your body on display or like use it for research.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it in the picture. But there's a skull in there where this dude got shot in the face with an artillery shell. And it like fucking Swiss cheesed him, went in one side or out the other. So if like whoever the bad guy was, or I don't know, maybe it was a good guy, like maybe it was Civil War, like, who could tell? Whoever the artilleryman was, if he had aimed just a cunt hair to the left, to the right, or to the up, or to down, or if the guy had zigged or fucking crouched or farted or something, like he wouldn't have been instantly fucking pwned,
Yeah.
And so like the idea that like if you get fucked up bad enough, like they're gonna put your ass in a museum.
Exactly.
Like I saw a dude fucking a skull that took like a saber to it, and had like a fucking somebody that got killed with a ballpoint peen hammer. Like his fucking skull was on display. This dude who got shot in the back by an arrow in 1869. Jesus. Like his fucking body was on display. Like the arrow was launched in his spine.
Yeah.
Like. Fuck, I'm glad my war days are over.
No shit, man. Yeah, I would hate to die in a porta-john, especially nowadays with like my phone out, like overweightmoms.com or whatever.
That'd be a really bad way to go.
Oldbutts.com.
Old butts, yeah, really old butts.
Really oldbutts.com in the second window.
That's right.
Yeah, or just like be like, wow, this is the shin of a man who was shin kicked off a building.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and so it was just like, yeah. Then not only that, but there was like this kid who like he had just reenlisted in the army, and he had some like rare genetic disorder that like fused all his joints. So he was like sitting like in the chair, like all fucked up, and like he couldn't move any of his joints.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're gonna put his body on display in a museum.
Oof.
There was this other dude who was like in the jungle somewhere snooping and pooping, and he got elephantitis. And so they amputated his leg and like put it there.
Whew.
It was fucking just ghoulish.
Horrendous.
Oh my God.
And then it was just like all these fucking bones that had been like shot by cannonballs and shit in like Gettysburg and Spotsylvania and Fredericksburg, and they're just like littered all over this museum. I'm like, damn, dude.
God damn.
Like it's fucking brutal. It's
Sounds
like
awesome.
And so like you go in the very back, and there is like a cordoned off area or whatever. And like you can't go back there, and you can only imagine like the freaky shit that like goes back there, because they like were researching like different strains of like the flu and like the pandemic of like 1918. Can we edit that out?
You good? You good? No, keep it in. We're good.
Where like like fucking tens of thousands of people died from the flu, and then like swine flu and bird flu, they're all descendants of that shit. And I'm just like sitting there wondering, like, I wonder how fucking like sealed off these doors are.
Yeah.
So if I die of something mysterious in the next few days, it's probably why.
God damn.
Yep.
I feel like the whole premise of that is just fucked. Like people are like, yo, this guy's so fucked up. We want his body here.
Right. It's medically fascinating what happened to this person.
Which I feel like your liver's gonna be there.
It should be just removed from me at this point. I'm like a bad parent. Like I don't deserve a liver.
Just find like the one cell that's still good, and
Yeah,
like you let it
exactly.
regrow itself.
Yeah. No shit.
Yep. Great way to transition into our sponsors. Strikeforce Energy, put this shit in your beers, just like Mike does with his permanently damaged liver. It is a liquid energy packet that will give you energy and hype you up, so that way you can go out and fight a polar bear.
Hell yeah.
No big
yeah.
D.
Oof.
Use our discount code SmokePit to save yourself some money. Also check out combatcombover.com. It's pomade, hair products, beard oil. Use our discount code
Cream pie.
Are all the guests gonna say it now?
Was that the most seductive way you could say that?
Oh no, I could have done it so much better.
All right, can we get a take 2 on that? Use our
Like
discount code.
ASMR?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cream pie.
Ooh.
No, because like I know I'm not the only one who watches a copious amount of porn, and like because I'm cheap, so I don't buy subscriptions. So I'm just
Well,
like
nobody does.
at Bang Bros trying to jerk off in 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you
and
can't jerk off to the trailer, then you need to calm down.
and at the end of it, it's like boom, bangbros.com.
Yeah.
But then the one, it's like the Spanish dude that can't speak English, and he's
Yeah.
like bangbros.com.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, oh, I just fucking ruined it.
I can't stop coming.
Naughty America,
Yeah.
world's best porn site.
Oh my god.
I just want to take a clip of her saying that and like put that in our intro.
Right.
Like the world's brought this upon themselves.
Yeah.
Cream pie. By Combover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And all right, so now that we discussed our sponsors,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to hear some of the dopest shit that I've ever heard in my life?
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm in New York City a little while back, and I'm on this website called Atlas Obscura,
God, that's dope.
and they tell you like lesser known things and like off the beaten path, like fucking activities or sites that you could go see. And they're like, yeah, everybody goes to New York, goes to Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, whatever. But you should check out this place called the Explorers Club.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group of adventurers that their members were the first to go to the North Pole, South Pole, top of the Mount Everest, the bottom of the Marianas Trench, and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Neil Armstrong is a member of this.
Oh, damn.
The guy who went to the bottom of the Marianas Trench broke his own record like 50 years later. He's like, fuck y'all.
Right, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Ballin'.
Exactly.
And he found like a spot that was like 50 feet deeper, which is like a huge fucking deal.
No shit, yeah.
Yeah, and so like I'm just fucking wandering around like an asshole.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
like, sir, can I help you? I'm like, I'm Instagram famous.
Yeah,
Comment.
no
I'm
big
kidding.
deal. This is going on my story.
Yeah.
Do you know who
Yeah.
I am?
She's like, absolutely not. Please leave.
Yeah, please leave. Yeah.
Sir, I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've already called the cops. But no, so I go up there and I was like, I've been to a bunch of cool places. I've done some cool things. I've done some journalism, and we start talking about it. And she's like, you seem pretty cool. And I'm like, not cool enough to join this club.
Right.
And she's like, no, you probably could. You just need to get somebody to sponsor you. And then like at that time, like a bunch of like very like well-educated, very rich old men like come from downstairs from like the meeting they're having. I would not fit in this club whatsoever. I was the youngest, poorest, fucking like least well-bred person in that
Sure,
room. They're all
yeah.
looking at me like, "Oh, you fucking mongrel? What are you mixed with?"
Yeah, what
And I'm
Make-A-Wish
like,
bullshit is this?
yeah, like everything. And then so like after like they all fucked off, I was just like, "Can I go look around a little bit?" She's like, "Don't get caught."
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. And so I'm snooping and pooping, and like they have all these cool flags that they took on expeditions and all this dope shit. They had like a polar bear that was stuffed, I got doped up on Strikeforce and I fought it, and
Yeah,
then she
that's
asked me
right,
to leave.
Yeah, and I lost.
And as I'm leaving, I'm like, well, thank you very much. Like, this was very eye-opening. Really makes me excited to, go do things in the future. And she's like, yeah, well, if you're around, like, tomorrow's lecture is from a doctor who spent a year living with gorillas in a volcano in Rwanda.
God damn.
And I was like, that's the dopest sentence
No
I've ever heard in my
shit.
life.
Yeah, fucking A.
And I was like, no, unfortunately, I got to leave. But like the fact that like they're like unbeknownst to us,
Yeah.
I'm over here crying about some girl that cheated on me,
Right,
and like
right.
this dude's living in a volcano with gorillas,
Exactly.
like, in Rwanda. Like, how dope is that
That's
shit?
fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So live your life, man.
Fucking A, yeah.
Live your
Go
life.
Yeah.
live in a volcano with gorillas.
Exactly.
Is the takeaway.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
So I took a little bit of that to heart, and I linked up with this group called Warfighter Scuba, and I'm going to Honduras at the end of the month to spend a month down there with them. No, I'm
good hype,
sorry,
man, yeah.
a week down there with them. And so what they do is they take combat wounded veterans and they fly them down to Honduras and they teach them how to scuba dive and get them all qualled up. And so that way, when they go back home, they either just have to like rent the gear, like get a subscription or a sponsorship, and now they can do their own scuba diving.
Nice, man.
Yeah, and so I'm going down there to like see what they're all about, write an article, help them with their social media, kind of like publish it up a little bit, and then I'm going to Peru for a month.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, so if you want to take my place as one of the hosts of the show, because I know Mike's just going to be terribly drunk the whole time.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck riling this in.
Yeah, he's really a handful to deal with.
Yeah, I'm quite the diva.
Only the spiciest wings
That's
satisfy
right.
him.
Yeah.
And in return, he gives you Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Listen, I didn't know it'd be so small.
That's what
Bro.
she said.
Yeah, well,
Bro,
fair
that
enough.
shit gave me-
Well done. I'll give it that. That was good.
That shit gave me the worst gas, man.
So I'm not even kidding. Dan has released gas in my apartment 2 times in his entire time of knowing me, and they've both been fucking atomic bombs. They've been
Honestly.
the most legitimately, like, I've smelled burning flesh more times than I can remember, and I gagged so hard when Dan's fucking dropping his guts in my apartment.
Yeah.
It was horrendous.
And it's usually because he's very cheap with the food that he buys.
I am. Only for company. For myself, I will fucking order a steak to my fucking face.
He will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, you want to come help me move? Like, have these Slim Jims.
You're lucky. The Slim Jims were a gift.
Like, they're expired.
Exactly. Yeah.
They were a gift.
They were a fucking gift.
Yeah, but both of those times were like awful.
Yeah. No,
Like I startled myself.
it was really bad. It wasn't so much that the initial shock of it, which was horrendous, but it lingered so much. I was concerned for you and your choice of underwear that day because it fucking resonated. It did not leave my apartment. It was like a ghost that died there.
Seriously, man. And it was just like it. You know how like people say that like you don't think your own farts smell bad? No, that shit smelled bad.
It was bad.
Like,
literally
I was
opened the door.
mortified.
I opened the door and the police were called.
You set off the alarm.
Exactly.
The
Yeah,
carbon monoxide detector.
fire alarm went off.
Like I'm in the kitchen with my face in my hands,
Yeah.
like fighting back tears, just saying like profusely apologizing.
Exactly. As he's
I'm
getting
so
tased.
sorry.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry, guys. That was fucking awful.
Horrendous. Yeah. Good times though.
Yeah. Sam, you got any travel coming up?
Travel?
Yeah.
No.
How about you?
No.
I'm boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe drop your Venmo or your Cash App.
You're right,
and-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
you
get
guys
this
can
going.
totally Venmo me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love the way she said that too.
Yeah.
They're very experienced,
Yeah,
you know. Like I'm gonna be on the webcam fucking sites later, be like, Sam.
Yeah.
So she got like a cat mask on.
Yeah, I wear tails and shit.
Oh,
there
dang.
I
it
like
is.
lick myself clean.
Wait,
wow.
when you say you wear tails, do you mean the butt plug tails?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm actually very interested.
No,
in that.
I'm kidding. I don't have a tail.
Our listeners are very passionate, so you better,
Yeah.
if you're being serious, be serious.
No.
Would you ever try a butt
A
plug tail?
Yeah.
See, what's the context of the situation?
If you don't, kids die with cancer. Like I don't know.
Of course,
damn.
yeah, absolutely. I'd wear a fucking tail. I'm not an animal.
Yeah.
I would be for the time being.
Yeah.
But
Oh, good one.
Seems like a loaded question, Dan.
yeah, it was very.
No, but see
loaded.
that's what it is. I'm like, would you do this? And people are like, well, what are the circumstances? And like, you're already acknowledging that the fact that
Well,
there
what
are
would it take for you to put
circumstances-
shit in your ass, Dan?
Yeah.
What's that?
Would you
Well,
wear
yeah.
a fucking tail in your butt?
Honestly, if you're just like, this is what I need to get over this girl, I would do it. Because that's the kind of friend I am.
It's not going to take that, but
But if it did,
but if it did,
are
no,
you
I
sure it
appreciate
doesn't? Are
No.
you sure?
I feel like a lot of cool points would be lost if I saw that happen.
If you saw him, put
Be like,
a
I'm
tail
over
in
this.
his ass?
100%, yeah.
But like, at what cost though?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm invested in you. Now you're invested in me.
It's like a Sephiric victory. You want it, but what at what cost?
Exactly.
What tail would you pick?
Ooh.
I'd probably go with the unicorn tail.
Okay.
Do
But
you-
what's it?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, do unicorns have tails?
I don't know.
They
And what do they
don't.
look
It's
like?
like it's like
Yeah.
horse mane and it's like
Okay.
rainbow colored.
Are you? Is it pink?
Well, it's got Roy G. Biv, like rainbow colors.
Thanks so much for explaining that.
I mean, I don't know. Is pink part of a rainbow? I don't
Right,
know.
yeah.
What am I, a rainbow
Would you
doctor?
wear the horn? The horn in the
claimed-
ears?
Again, if that's what Mike needed.
Would you neigh?
If that's what Mike needed.
What sound does a unicorn make? What do you think?
What
If
sound?
that's what Mike needed.
I will make up a noise for this
It's gonna be
mythical
like
creature.
Charlie the unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for those of us who don't know who we are in real life, that's one of my favorite things to do is to create ridiculous situations and put my friends on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's pretty great. I love hanging out with this guy.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yet he keeps coming back.
I have nowhere else to go, Dan.
So, would you guys rather have a giant dick on your forehead for 24 hours
Mm-hmm.
or your back covered in buttholes for 24 hours?
Oh, back and buttholes 24 hours because you can conceal that.
But think about the smell.
Oh, so they're like functioning buttholes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, back buttholes for sure. Well,
Yeah,
because I
'cause-
would just sit in my apartment for 24 hours and just like fucking treat myself like an organ. Just air coming out my back all the time.
But you almost puked at his essence.
I assume my farts don't smell, so I assume my
They
back
do,
parts
but it's
would
like
smell.
vanilla.
This
Yeah,
is
that's right, yeah.
A whole back covered in buttholes.
Right. No, I get it.
You underestimate the amount of Ed Hardy cologne he owns, so he will still smell divine.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm not that level of douchebaggery.
You're only cool if you have the shirt that goes with it.
Of course, it's a matching set.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the tiger and a lightning bolt.
That's right. That's right.
So hot.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like you'd have to limbo in the shower to poop.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, that's fair.
That's the only way it would work.
So, okay,
and
so-
I am not flexible, so I'd probably go with the dick on the forehead because I could just like wear like a schmog or something.
How big's the dick on the forehead?
It's packing.
It's packing. I need.
So are
I
we
need,
talking
I
like-
need girth inches. I need.
Are we
I need-
talking like
it's gonna
EP
be like
Mike?
a real nice, like, thick boy.
I need measurements. I need to know what kind of hat I'm buying.
We're gonna give it a solid 7 inches.
Ooh, flaccid?
No, like 5 flaccid. So he's a
Okay.
grow, not a shower.
Sure, fair. Unreal. Yeah.
But yeah, a pretty thick,
Okay.
like girthy, big dong
Okay.
on your forehead.
Is it erect or flaccid, or does it
It's
like
erect.
It's erect the
as
whole
fuck.
day.
The entire
And it's taking
day.
blood flow from my actual brain and putting it into this
Yeah.
fucking
That
magical
is a good
dick.
consideration. I would not have thought of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have either.
Okay.
Points to you for asking that question.
I'm all about reality. Yeah, buttholes in the back for sure.
I got to go with the dick, man.
Of course you do.
Like I would just wear a turban. Like
Wow. An erect penis and a turban.
he just
What
wants
a
an
day.
excuse to have a dick on his face.
100%.
no, I'm sorry. I just don't want 47 buttholes on my back.
Who said it was 47? I'm thinking like rows of 3, sizable buttholes, but 9 total.
It's
Look,
covering your back. Do you know how
Look, just
big
because-
those buttholes would have to be?
Yeah.
For a row of 3?
yeah,
Gaping.
exactly.
Woof. Why are they gaping?
That's my point. He shops at Baby Gap.
I do.
Yeah, and I'm a larger man than he is, so there were more buttholes would fit on my back.
There's more butthole to surface area.
First off, I did not get
ratio,
this
for
Creed
sure.
shirt at Baby Camp.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that
Yeah,
yet.
well, yeah, I think the viewers can see it, but the listeners, for the full circle story of when I got blackout and bought a Creed shirt, I'm wearing that shirt right now. So
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube.
yeah, get our numbers up because they're not very good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and so we really appreciate everybody who's listening. Thank you so much for tolerating my arrogance and our shenanigans.
Of course, yeah.
And
That's why they tune in.
yeah, please do us a favor. If there's something you want to hear, message us. We love getting feedback from you guys.
Yeah.
If you think there's anybody who might enjoy this kind of irreverent humor, send them the podcast.
Yeah.
And just make sure you know what they use first, because if you're like a creature that uses Spotify and you send me that shit, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I use Spotify.
I know. You know, it's like when your friends send you music and it's just like you don't have one or the other, and they send it to you and you're like, or like EP Mike, who listens to music on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like he is more prone to go on there. So yeah, you know, your fucking friends,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they fucking listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, send them the show. We'd fucking appreciate that. We really would.
Mm-hmm.
It would mean a lot to us. We do our best to get positive messages out there. Sneak in public service announcements.
Absolutely.
In between drunk and cream pie stories.
Are we?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Your boy gets to traveler runs.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. And then like you're around a bunch of people in the airport or you're shaking hands or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like people are super weird, and like you want to be nice because like that's the only experience that they get with you, and you don't want someone to be like, oh yeah, I met fucking Pop Smoke, he was a dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to be nice, like, and so like when you've met like the 300th person of the evening and you still have to be on, you know, like it gets a little tiring.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I could just fucking just be on at all points in time, but I'm really fucking suicidal as it is.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
I am fucking depressed most days, and so like to like have a solid fan base that we can actually get excited to go meet and do things for, like that means the world to me.
Absolutely.
So this is just as much for us as it is for you guys.
Sam, anything?
This fucking chicken book is digging into my thighs right now.
Oh yeah, Sam's like
Sitting on books because she's short.
she's short as fuck. Yeah, you were definitely a lot shorter than I thought you'd be in person.
I told you. I warned you.
Because I'm like looking over the counter. I'm like, where is she at? And I hear her voice, and I'm just like, look down. Oh shit.
Yeah.
There I was.
Yeah, there she was.
Yeah, I was.
So what are you sitting on?
2 fucking books. One is 50 Shades of Chicken.
Yep.
It's where you fuck the chicken before you cook it.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. You
Yeah.
tie it up, you gag it.
Yeah.
Very Florida.
You might beat it with a little whip or some. What are the
Like a
thingies?
Cat o' nine tails?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
But what's it called?
A flogging.
Flogging.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm all about the whips and chains
That's
and
right.
kidney shots.
Okay, Rihanna, you need to chill.
Yeah. They excite him. What can you say?
How dare you? Let me
Yeah,
live my
exactly.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, like if it really was a Florida recipe, you would take gas station egg rolls and beat the chicken with it to add flavor.
Florida?
Yeah. Greatest state in the
wild down
country.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
Ah.
Yeah.
So how
Actually, my dad is from Norfolk.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And see, I know you're not from Norfolk because you said Norfolk.
Exactly, yeah.
Norfolk.
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 Yeah, that's my dad and my dad's side. They're all down here, and then
Yeah.
my mom is from good old Manasty.
Manasses.
Yes.
My nice ass.
Man asses.
Man asses.
For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, right next to Marine Corps Base Quantico.
Hey, wah. Speaking of dudes' butts.
Nice juicy butts from all those hills. Nice and swampy. Just like the 47 buttholes you'd have on your back, looking like an idiot.
I would think 9. Well, I'm better than having an erect penis on my head like some kind of gay unicorn.
You can mollywop people with it, though.
Sure.
Now, quick question. Can I fuck the buttholes on Mike's back with my unicorn dick?
If that's what you really want.
No. Oh, it is now. The
Are you
gauntlet
gonna
has
fuck-
been thrown.
Are you going to fuck every butthole?
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, according to him, he'd have three rows of 3 gaping buttholes all the way down his
Soup
back.
scaping,
Yeah.
I'd be felching.
Yeah. So it's not going to feel very good.
Because, I mean, like,
They're gaping.
Yeah.
I mean, none of this is for pleasure, okay?
This is all experimental at this
Just
point.
say you did it.
Yeah.
No, this is a matter of principle at this
He's
point.
trying to assert his dominance.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it almost be like a massage. I just lay there and he just head fucks my fucking back.
Yeah, my neck's gonna be fucking swole
Absolutely.
afterwards.
Nobody likes a dead starfish.
No. Well, you're getting 9 of them.
Why is it 9?
Why is it 47? Why is any of this a discussion
I'm sorry,
at all?
I was thinking of my butthole, and I have a tight virgin flowery butthole,
All right,
and
so
they're small, and
so
I can
10
fit
then,
47.
Jesus.
Jesus
10
Christ.
including my actual butthole.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that actually brings up a really good point.
Does it?
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
buttholes,
No, not much that, but I was kind of thinking over the whole theme overall. I can only imagine at a certain point in
Mine
time,
is fascinating.
at a certain point in time, like a girl's got to tell herself, like, all right, I've had my fill of sucking dick. Like my neck hurts, my jaw hurts. Like, can you walk us through that? Because as guys, like all you think about is like,
Are you assuming she's had her fill, though?
what's that?
You're assuming she's had her fill.
At some point in time, I don't think she's like some
Bold of
vivacious
you to
dick,
assume.
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I can't get enough of this. If only all these men wouldn't come so soon. Like,
yes, I fucking love sucking dick.
yeah, exactly, Mike.
Such bold assumptions.
So,
Yeah.
where's your threshold with that? Because, like, as a guy, like, you just lay back and it feels good, you know. And like, we look down and see like beautiful, perfect selfie angle, and you look up and see Shrek, you know. So like,
Wow.
yeah.
But do you look down and see something beautiful?
Well, I mean, I do. I don't know about Mike.
I look and see who's broken into my house that day.
Yes. And assaulted you
Yeah, that's
by
whatever.
sucking your wiener.
Yeah, take a sticker. Be on your way.
You got like nice, I sucked Mike Sensi's wiener stickers by the door.
No, there's SmokePit podcast. And that is
And then
definitely
you're like,
a
wow, I
callback to
know
another show.
exactly where she got that sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your threshold for that?
For sucking dick?
I believe that's what we were talking about.
My
I'm also
threshold?
confused
As
by your
if, like,
question.
where do I draw the line where I'm like, yo, I'm fucking done with this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't know. When they finish?
Okay.
Wow.
So, and again, like with the feet pick question, like if there's like, okay, if it takes 10 minutes, what if it takes 12, like 15, 20, 30? Like,
Yo, if it takes the time, it takes the fucking time. Mama didn't raise no bitch.
God damn.
One of y'all,
That's the best answer ever.
one of y'all slide in them DMs
No
and write
kidding,
her up
yeah.
there. One of y'all better do it.
Exactly.
Because like at a certain point in time, like after like 2 minutes, girls are like, oh, my jaw hurts. But then they argue with you for 6 hours.
My face hurts. Got permanent fucking lockjaw. Her jaw's like all the way over here.
Wow. I would be impressed. Because there's been times where like I've been going down on a girl and it's been like a lengthy amount of time and like all the fucking muscles in my neck are cramping and shit. Like my tongue is starting to like rub on the bottom of my teeth and like at a certain point in time you're like, all right, like
Yeah.
your boy's done. You had your opportunity.
Yeah. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Where?
I don't go down on anybody ever, so
Like,
yeah.
Where do you draw the line when you're sucking dick?
Usually when they ask me, that's when I draw the line.
Go suck some dick.
Bye.
Bye.